Hi guys! So I've been thinking about a topic that you guys want to discuss all the time in class. So in class, we read these books, all kinds of books, and most of the time they're negative. Actually, probably every book is negative. So we read all these negative books, and inevitably there is always one of you in every class that raises your little hand and you say, Miss Bailey, why do we read such negative books? This book is awful. I hate this book. It's so sad and depressing. Makes me depressed. And you know what I tell you? Do you remember what I tell you? I say that we read negative literature because it's a reflection of life. I'm going to tell you about a book I bought one time. I bought a book one time. It was called 10,000 Things to be Happy About. And in this book about 10,000 things to be happy about, it was a list that this person had written about just their thankfulness. It was basically a publication of their gratitude journal, right? And I bought their book. I bought their gratitude journal. How many pages do you think I read of that book? 20? Maybe. You know why? I mean, it didn't have a plot line. It was just a list, someone's list. But aside from that, aside from the lack of plot line and story structure, which I'm not bashing that book. I mean, that book had a purpose. So please, if the publisher ever watches this or something, don't send me a nasty email. But my point is that that book with 10,000 things to be happy about in it, although it was a great list, it didn't inspire me. It didn't make me look at my own life and go, oh wow, I can do that. But here's the thing. When we read negative literature, we see characters go through awful experiences and we see them survive. The message in that is that in life we go through awful experiences, but we have a choice on the other side of that. We have a choice to overcome it or to let it devour us. So we read negative literature so that we can watch people, we can watch characters overcome things that we ourselves are not quite sure we would overcome. We're testing the human experience. We're observing the way someone else experiences in order to determine if we can do it too. And you know what? You can. You will. I promise you. You gotta have some tragedy to have a good book. So if your life has more tragedy than beautiful in it, that doesn't mean that your life is less valuable or your story is not as good. If anything, it means your story is better because you got a whole lot more material. Think about the best books you've read. Think about the best movies you've watched. There is always incredible characters that overcome insurmountable obstacles. And we remember those characters, we remember those movies, we remember those stories because we're inspired by them. You could inspire somebody else. The ways that you persevere through the negative things in your life may be the very things that allow somebody else to get through the negative things in their life. So don't give up. Don't be disheartened. Don't sit there and think, oh man, the negativity, it will envelope me. It won't. You can do this. You're gonna be okay. Use it. Use this negative energy. Use this negative time. Use these negative feelings to make your story better. I promise. It's going to be okay.